I bring you some victims of human trafficking. I've talked about this before, and so many human rights organizations, they have been campaigning against it for so many years. But some individuals, in collaboration with some agencies, they capitalize on the poor state of Nigerian economy to deceive our vulnerable Nigerians that there are better job opportunities outside Nigeria, and that is not so correct. I am not disputing the fact that there are no countries that are better than Nigeria. There is, but certainly not the Arab countries. Though it might not be all of them, but I'm very sure that it should be more than half of them. As a black man or woman from Africa living in one of those countries, you hardly get a better job there apart from working as a domestic staff. They can never be comfortable with you when you are not practicing their religion. Unless you're a black man or woman that is practicing their religion, that is where they can slightly or partially accept you. Anyways, I'm going to be starting with this young lady here. She's a victim of human trafficking. Her name is Odunayo Eniola Isaac. She's a 28-year-old lady from Osun State, now southwestern part of Nigeria. She was lured and deceived by a woman called Alhaja Yusuf Shakira, popularly known as Mama Uganda, with the help of an agency called Blend Warani. They both orchestrated her journey down to Iraq sometime in February 2023, and she was handed over to a family called Saba Akram to work with them as a domestic staff or as a housemaid if you want. It's not clear if she was told the kind of job she was going to be doing there, but I'm very sure that she was not told that she was going to be working more than 20 hours a day. And I'm also very sure that she was not told that she was going to be losing access to her phone, because it was reported that her phone was also taken away from her. She had no option than to agree to their conditions, hoping that she would be able to adjust and endure. She started working with them. At the end of 3 months, they did not pay her salary. When she asked about her salary, they asked her to give them some time. They are going to pay her, which she did. She continued working with them. At the end of 6 months, they still did not pay her salary. She had no choice than to reach out to the agency that took her there, that's Blend Warani. Those ones did not say anything meaningful to her. They didn't help matters. They just left her to her fate. She had to return back home and continue working, hoping that things are going to get better someday. Despite her wages not being paid, she was still subjected to all manners of maltreatment. She barely have up to 4 hours sleep a day, and she was still able to endure the inhumane treatment and the physical torture she was given. And in all of this, she was still able to work for a year and 10 months with the employers. So with the help of God, she managed to escape and ran to a nearby police station for rescue. That is where she is as at the time of making this video. And now she's pleading to the Nigerian government to come to her rescue. Though it has been reported that she has been able to contact Hope's Haven Foundation, that is a Nigerian-based human rights organization, and Nigerian mission in Jordan. They are both putting hands together to ensure that she returns back to Nigeria safely. It was also reported that Sahara reporters and some human rights organizations, they have reached out to the woman that lured and deceived her to embark on this journey. That's Alhaja Yusuf Shakira, popularly known as Mama Uganda. As first, she claimed that she was sick, and she later stopped responding. And on the other hand, some other human rights organizations are filing cases against her employers to see how they can be held accountable for it, and to see how they can recover her wages for the time she worked for them. And they are also seeking compensations on the damages inflicted on her physically and psychologically. That is the situation presently. I just hope and pray that they are able to do all that for her. Anyways, I'm going to keep on campaigning against this kind of act, because 90% of these travel agents and those ones that call themselves visa agents, they don't mean well for you. All they want is your money, and they will get you any of these visas and go and dump you in that country and leave it to your fate. I guess they easily get visas or connections to those countries, because I've seen Oman, I've seen Kuwait, I've seen Iraq, I've seen Iran, I've also seen Lebanon. They all face similar extortion and abuse from the hands of their employers. And I also know of a situation where 2 guys were deceived to Turkey. They told them that once they get to Turkey, within 1 week or maximum 2 weeks, they'll be able to cross to Greece. Guys, I can tell you that these guys spend more than 5 years in Turkey. As I'm making this video now, they are back in Nigeria. One is in Jos, while the other one is in Abuja doing something else. They lost all their money. I also know of about 3 footballers that were also deceived to Kuwait. They promised them that once they get there, they're going to get them a football club. They spent 3 years in Kuwait. They could not get them any club. They are back in Nigeria. They are even struggling to get a football club in Nigeria presently. That of guys and footballers were a little bit okay. You know, guys, even if they are stranded anywhere, they will always look for a way to sort themselves out. That was why they were able to make their way back to Nigeria and start life again. But their money was gone. Women's own is worse because as a woman, if you are stranded or helpless in a Muslim country, you hardly get favor. It only takes the intervention of God or intervention of a human rights organization that can get you out of that situation. Unlike other countries, as a woman, you always get favor from most people. But in the Muslim world, it's difficult. So guys, don't let these travel agencies or visa agents deceive you by telling you that all countries are better than Nigeria, or rather they have better job opportunities than Nigeria. That is not correct, like I earlier said from the beginning of this video. They are just there to deceive you because of your money. Like I said before, once they get your money, they don't pay anywhere and leave it to your fate. That's what they do. And you cannot retrieve your money from them. So you better be careful and don't fall a victim. Don't let them deceive you by telling you that they are paying $800 somewhere or they are paying $1,000 somewhere. And for the fact that we know the difference between dollar and naira presently. So please, let's hear your opinion in the comment section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.